throne of power. In the heart of Alauma, a small Igbo kingdom nestled between lush green hills and a meandering river, power was both a blessing and a curse. Alauma was a land of tradition and stories, where elders spoke of ancestors who wielded wisdom like a sword and ruled with justice. But in the present, the throne of power had become an object of greed and ambition. For decades, Alauma had thrived under the reign of King Anezi, a just and compassionate ruler who was loved by his people. Yet, as his health failed with age, whispers of his succession filled the air. The king had no sons, only a daughter, Adana, whose beauty and intelligence were the envy of the land. However, the laws of Alauma forbade women from ascending the throne, leaving the kingdom vulnerable to the ambitions of rival factions. In a dimly lit chamber of the palace, Adana stood before her father. The king's frail hand clasped hers, his once powerful voice reduced to a whisper. "My daughter," he said, his breath uneven, "this kingdom will fall to chaos if left in the wrong hands. You have the spirit of a warrior and the mind of a ruler. But tradition binds us." Adana's heart burned with a mix of love for her father and anger at the injustice of their customs. "Father," she said firmly, "if the throne requires strength and wisdom, then I am no less worthy than any man. I will not let Alauma fall." The king smiled weakly. "Then you must fight, my child. Not with swords, but with wit and courage." The king's words stayed with Adana as Alauma descended into political turmoil. The council of elders, led by Chief Obika, had begun discussions to select the next king. Obika, a man known for his cunning and greed, was a leading contender. His family, wealthy from years of trade, wielded significant influence, but his ambition blinded him to the needs of the people. Adana knew that if Obika ascended the throne, Alauma's prosperity would crumble. Determined to protect her father's legacy, she began to gather allies. Among them was Chimezi, a young warrior who had once saved her life during a raid on their kingdom. Chimezi was fiercely loyal to Adana and believed in her vision for a just and prosperous Alauma. The people of Alauma were restless. The marketplace buzzed with rumors, and the air was thick with tension. In secret, Adana began to meet with villagers, farmers, and traders, listening to their concerns and sharing her vision for a kingdom where the ruler was chosen by merit, not gender or wealth. Her courage and wisdom inspired many, and her movement grew. Meanwhile, Obika plotted his path to the throne. He bribed elders, spread lies about Adana, and silenced those who opposed him. But he underestimated Adana's resolve. One fateful evening, during a meeting of the council, Adana stormed into the hall, her presence commanding attention. "My elders," she began, her voice steady and strong, "I speak not as a princess, but as a child of Alauma. This land deserves a leader who will serve its people, not one who sees the throne as a tool for power and wealth." Obika rose, his face dark with anger. "And what do you propose, Adana?" "That we hand the throne to a woman. Tradition forbids it." Adana met his glare with unwavering determination. "Tradition is the soul of our people, but it is not unchangeable. Our ancestors were wise, and they adapted to the needs of their time. If Alauma must survive, we too must change." The hall erupted in murmurs. Adana continued, her voice rising above the noise. "Let the people decide. Let the next ruler be chosen not by bloodline or wealth, but by the will of Alauma. Organize a contest of wisdom, strength, and leadership, and let the victor ascend the throne." The elders were taken aback by her boldness. Obika scoffed, dismissing her proposal, but others saw the wisdom in her words. After hours of debate, the council reluctantly agreed to Adana's idea. The contest would take place, and the winner would claim the throne. The following weeks were a whirlwind of preparation. The contest included tests of knowledge, physical prowess, and the ability to solve problems that affected the kingdom. Adana participated alongside warriors, scholars, and even farmers. Her intelligence, courage, and empathy shone in every challenge. In the final round, Adana faced Obika in a debate before the entire kingdom. The topic, how to ensure the prosperity of Alauma. Obika spoke of expanding trade and accumulating wealth, but his words lacked depth and sincerity. When it was Adana's turn, she spoke with passion and conviction. Alooma is not just land or wealth, she said. It is its people, the farmers who till the soil, the traders who journey far and wide, the women who nurture our children, and the warriors who protect us. A ruler must serve, not rule. Together, we can build a kingdom where every voice matters. The crowd erupted in applause, their cheers echoing through the hills. The council declared Adana the winner, and the people carried her on their shoulders, chanting her name. Adana's coronation was a historic moment. She ascended the throne not as a queen in the traditional sense, but as a ruler chosen by the will of the people. Under her leadership, Alooma thrived. She reformed the laws, ensuring fairness and justice, and her reign became a beacon of hope for neighboring kingdoms. The throne of power had found its rightful occupant, not through tradition, but through the courage and vision of a young woman who dared to challenge the norms. Adana proved that true power lies not in titles or wealth, but in the ability to inspire and uplift others.